Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University and Flash, issue number 40. So, Grodd, wow, this is crazy. Grodd actually succeeds in sucking the Speed Force out of Barry Allen. So, like, that's ultimately what happens here. And, like, he's still glazing over his mind. He's still seeing all these backstories. When he's just messing with his brain. And Wally's actually, or Wally, we'll get to that in a moment. Flash, Barry Allen actually believes, like, he's listening to things he's saying. It's hard. Like Grodd is pointing out, it's like it's hard for you to determine the difference between your mind, your thoughts, and my voice, isn't it? And I love that. I love that. Like, that's one of the reasons why Grodd is just such a dangerous opponent, man. He's got you by the mind. He's usually stronger than most of the people he's going up against. It's hard, say, like, Grodd is a tough opponent. So he winds up actually taking the Speed Force along with his coterie of bad guys with him, takes out the Speed Force from Barry. So he goes and drops him in the middle of the city. Young Wally West, and I'm trying to remember. I remember in the issue 39, the comments in issue number 39 review. A bunch of people are like, you can call young, or the other Wally West this or this or this. So I'm trying to use all those names right now. But the younger Wally West and Avery, they're trying to. I like that Avery's smart enough to be like, hey, we need to get out of here because Barry said get out of here. Just trust what he says. And Wally's like, but we can help. It's like, dude, if he's saying get the lightning rod out of here, how about this? Get the lightning rod out of here. So, like, it could have been much worse. And that may actually come back to help them out in some way later. Right now, I don't know how. Right now, though, Barry is without powers, and he's saved by a quick, brisk run from Keystone City by older Wally West, original Wally West, the first Wally West, the other Wally West. Anyway, so he goes by, and I like that. I'm sitting here reading this whole, Barry is like conflicted. He doesn't know what to say. I'm like, okay, he's trying to cope with the loss of his powers. That's really sad. But lately, I haven't gotten any of this myself, but like in the Flash annual that just happened recently, we discussed how Barry never really wanted to turn anything over to Wally West. Meanwhile, we know from way back in the day, in the 90s and the very late 80s, that Wally West was the Flash. There was no Barry Allen. It was Wally West. So we know that he could take over the role of the Flash. We know this, man. But so I never really got the idea that Barry didn't want to turn over the role of the Flash to Barry, to Wally. So I'm actually expecting him to like lash out and get mad or something because of the way that he's reacting. But instead, it's cool. He actually just says, "You're the Flash of Central City now," to older Wally, the original Wally. Interesting, since he just moved to Keystone City. It's like, well, he's going to be the Flash over there now. So, why not give it to younger, newer, non-original, half-baked Wally? I don't know. Either way, cool. This was cool. So this is going to be a turning over of the leaf. I don't know what they're going to do with Barry at this point. Are they just going to keep him as not having powers anymore? Are they going to let him go like that for a while? I don't know. But this is interesting because we just depowered Reverse Flash. We know that Zoom is back now. So it really seems like this is a non-crisis switch to an earlier time. Not as early as the original, but you know what I mean. We're not going as far back as Jay Garrett. So this is good. I'm going to give this comic book a B. This has a lot of potential, a lot of forward momentum, but I don't know where they're actually going to go with this right now. And the entire slate, for the most part, is open for them. So I'm interested. I do still want to see Barry trying to get his powers back. I want to see the struggle. Maybe he's going to get with Iris and like actually have, a relationship now. Or maybe he'll just get his powers back in the next issue. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.